just put that label over there because that will get stuck to the bottom of my foot and pick up dust and fluff, and I'll trip over it and end up an accident and emergency with broken legs, possibly even a... Should I shut up and get... Yeah, let's just do that. Sorry, guys. Now, for once, how are you all doing today? If you're new to my channel, my name's Joseph. This channel is normally called Joseph Makes Skincare, except I've been calling it JMS, rather pretentious of me and just showing off. And in today's tutorial, beautiful ones, I'm doing yet another foundation review because I filmed the skin tint the other day and I needed a foundation to dilute down in that one. And the one I plumbed for in the end was the Collection Lasting Perfection Foundation. Although whilst I was in Sainsbury's, I happened to wander past the old bargain cage thing, and this one jumped out at me, which is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. And this is one of those ones which is supposed to make you look like an 18-year-old when you're actually a 75-year-old. Do you know what I mean? And actually got two of these. This one is in shade Golden Beige, and this one is in colour Fair Beige. And again, way, way, way too pale for me, so I'm going to look like a zombie or just a thing which died months ago, guys. So did I already say that this is going to be another blind foundation review? And I do those on my channel because I think it just helps to, keep you guys at home entertained. And what blind foundation or blind product reviews is not just foundation, guys, is the fact that I go into the shops, purposely don't look at the website, and then I just say buy a moisturizer or a skin cream or a foundation or something. I get it home and I open it in front of you beautiful ones, and we try it on, and I let you know what my first impressions are, again without looking at the website. And then so I try playing around with it, so maybe with a foundation brush and then a soak sponge or a dry sponge, and try to get the best out of the foundation. And then we look at the website towards the end of the video. So if that sounds like something you guys would be interested in watching, stay tuned. Unfortunately, guys, the Golden Beige one has been opened because I needed to open it to, just to see whether the color was correct or not for the skin tint. But the light beige one, or is it Fair Beige rather, hasn't been opened. Can you see it's still security sealed? So that's the one we'll look at today, shall we? Why not? Yesterday, guys, now I'd like your opinion on something, please, or your input, or just what you want me to do, because yesterday I decided that it was about time I did a Q&A or a question and answers for you beautiful ones out there, because I'm aware that I'm coming into your home every single day for the past 5 months, and you know nothing about me. So what it is, I went online and I found a questionnaire basically for YouTubers or content creators, and I answered them as frankly as possible and as honestly and as broadly as possible. And there were 80 questions, and the video is possibly just under an hour long. It's about 55 minutes long. Why am I sat like this today, guys? Crooked neck? No. Remove myself over this way just a little. And as I just said, the video is possibly just under an hour long. However, around 3 o'clock yesterday, it just all disappeared off my phone. The video editor I used to edit my scenes for making the videos you get to see on YouTube just decided to chew it all up and swallowed it. So I spent the best part of yesterday trying to salvage 100 scenes, possibly more, to stitch together. And then a friend suggested that I leave it and come back to it this morning, which I did, and I have managed to salvage it all. It's all now on YouTube, and all I need to do is just to hit the button to release it. But again, I'm a bit paranoid in case you beautiful ones don't want to actually know anything about me, guys, and maybe self-modesty or what have you. But could you just let me know in the comments whether you want to see this video or not? And please, please, please do let me know, because otherwise it will just sit in the archive gathering dust. And as I said, I am pretty honest in it. In fact, I'm very, very honest on all of the questions, obviously, but it's quite revealing as well. Does that make sense? Quite revealing, guys. So if that sounds like something, I'm waffling, aren't I? If that sounds like something you guys would like to see, just say yes or no, or yes, please, or just let me know in the affirmative or the negative, please. And I'll probably release that. Don't know, guys. I wasn't going to release it because it is quite a personal video in many, many respects. But again, you beautiful ones at home do have a right to know who this man is, who's coming into your front rooms or on your mobile phones every day for the past 5 months. But should we go on with a review? Let's do that. Right, beautiful ones. Let me just put my spectacles on so I can see what I'm doing. Now, this is, as I said, it's the Maybelline, what's it called, Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. And on the front, again, I'll try and find an image and put it here. It says Hydrating Foundation. And this has got hyaluronic acid and collagen in it. I'll talk to you about that in a second. And this is does anyone remember the Dream Matte Mousse, which came, again, I'll put a picture here or somewhere on here. And the Dream Matte Mousse came in around the early noughties or the 2000s, 2002, sometime around then. I can't be too specific because I just don't know. But and the Dream Matte Mousse was sort of like came in a little glass jar with a beige sort of lid, and it was a really, really full-on sort of heavy coverage foundation, which was breathable and flexible on the skin. And it was a whipped sort of texture, very revolutionary at the time. And I don't think Maybelline sell it anymore, guys. I really don't, because I haven't been able to see it anywhere. I didn't particularly like the foundation. It was too mask-like on my, and it's, as I said, it's a full cover. This one is a continuation of that that family of foundations, if you like. So this is the Radiant Liquid, the Dream Radiant Liquid to the Dream Matte Mousse, and this is I imagine this is the shimmery or the glow-giving formulation of that that matte foundation. What I tend to do, beautiful ones, is just to describe what I can see about this foundation. Now it comes in a glass bottle. So that's already a big plus. Again, recycling, it just makes life so much better if we can recycle stuff and try and save the planet on some level. And it comes with a brown plastic pump, and I guess, again, it should be able to deliver enough for one application to the entire face. Haven't tried it, don't know. With a clear plastic lid and a security seal here. And Sainsbury's are very, very good because they tend to security seal everything, and they put the security tags on. So if you try to go waltzing out of the shop, every alarm in Sodom and Gomorrah will go off and should wake the dead. But and on the front you've got the Maybelline branding, with the Dream Radiant Liquid, the description of the foundation, the color down here, and on the back. It's one of those again, a label, plasticky label. You peel that down. If you have fingernails, do any of you find problems with trying to pull those? Like, I just can't get my thumbnail or my fingernail into the corner to then reveal that. So I have to go get it home and get a knife under. Nightmare. Stop waffling. Right. Okay. So why am I trying to remove this barcode? I just don't. Right. I have just successfully been able to remove the security tag thing, but now it's really sticky, and that's going to bother me for the next 10 hours. But and on the back, can you see there's a description? And I'll just again, I'll try and find an image and put it here. If not, then I'm sorry. I do apologise. But what does that? God, the writing is so small. You need a microscope to be able to read the writing. Gives up to 24 hours of continuous hydration. So that sounds good. So this is a foundation for dry skin. Visibly improves skin, doesn't clog pores. Dermatologist tested it, and that is all that says on there. And again, you peel it down to reveal the ingredients. Just put that label over there because that will get stuck to the bottom of my foot and pick up dust and fluff, and I'll trip over it and end up an accident, an emergency with broken legs, possibly even a... Should I shut up and get... Yeah, let's just do that. Sorry, guys. Now, this costs £10 and it comes in 30 mil, so a bog standard liquid foundation size. Again, I got from Sainsbury's, and I'll link everything into the description. Should we crack it open? Why not? So first of all, I'm just going to remove that little tag, which is preventing... So that's like a tamper-proof sort of tag thing. Does that make sense? And I'm not going to say that all day, guys. Does that make sense? I know how irritating that can be. So yeah, without waffling any further, I'll just get some onto the back of my... I don't know whether you're supposed to shake it or not, guys, but I will shake it anyway, just in case. It doesn't say anywhere to shake it. And I'll put and what I like to do is just to try... My moustache is curling upwards and trying to smother me as I breathe. Like copper wire. Does that make sense to any of you out there? My facial hair is like copper wire. The hair on my head is basically akin to pubic hair, I suppose. I know that sounds awful, guys, but that's all I can think of, comparing it to, because it is really, really curly and really wiry. And the facial hair just tries to smother me. So nothing to do with today. Let's get on with the old... right, okay. So yeah, and I'll... Oh, right, that makes me think that this has already been opened, because... Normally, when you open up a foundation, you've got to pump and pump, to get the whole stuff flowing. Right, so can you see that? Bloody hell. Again, very, very popular. On the back of my rubber arm here, can you see that? There's the piece of foundation I've just applied. And what I might do is I'll add another. Yeah, shall I add a swatch of the old? I'll add a swatch of the golden beige as well, just so you can compare shades. Why not? Let's make this review as thorough as possible, shall we? So put that over there. So can you see that that's the light beige, or the, what did I call it? Oh bloody hell! Fair beige. Sorry guys, that's fair beige. That's golden beige. And what I'll do is I'll just finger blend. And I'm aware I am giving you the birdie quite a lot of the time, guys. So it goes on really, really nicely, guys. I mean, that's just slipping on. Do you know what I mean? And it's not. It feels like quite a sheer sort of coverage. Yeah, I think it has been used. Oh god, it stinks. Oh no, it's got a really, really bloody heavy scent to it. And what I'll do is I'll blend that one in there as well at the same time. So that, how am I going to do this, guys? Has anyone got a spare arm, please? And I don't mean a rubber arm, I mean an actual working human arm that I could just employ to blend found. You can have it back, guys, of course. Do you know what I mean? But just need it just to blend foundation into the back of my hand. So yeah, that one's going to be way too pale. It's going to make me look like a zombie or something from the Night of the Living Dead. That one, to me, is going to make me look like a baked bean or an orange or something. Perhaps we could try and mix them up. I don't know. Let's play around with it, shall we? Anyway, the smell it's very, very heavily perfumed, guys. Unfortunately, why do these companies, I'm just wiping my hands, sorry. Why do these companies feel the need to perfume everything? Do they not realize it does actually repulse most of us? It makes me feel sick. And even if you're feeling ever so slightly poorly, and I don't feel poorly at all, and I am quite a well person, but even if you're slightly feeling nauseated, something like and it's a really cloying sort of smell as well, which is why when I was nursing, I'd never wear aftershave or anything like that to work, because obviously, you're nursing sick people. The last thing they want to do is to have someone coming and looking after them who stinks like a boudoir, basically. So no, it's got a very, very strong scent to it, guys. So that one's golden beige, that one's fair beige. So, and what I'm trying to do here is to establish which one to use on my face. I think I might have to go for that one because that one's just way off. This one's too pale, but again, it could oxidize down. Shall I stop waffling and slap it on? Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Right, guys. So again, I'll just put some on the back of my hand if there's no room left, but I'll probably put it on this area here where I put the fair beige before, and I'll use quite a lot comes out actually. I might use a pump and a half. Can you see that there? And again, this foundation is way too pale for me, guys. Way, way, way too pale, but we'll try and make it work, shall we? As some people say. So just put a little, that's way too much, but again, we'll all blend it in, won't we, guys? And maybe a little bit on the old snufter. If it wasn't for the smell, guys, the smell is really, really bothering me. It just stinks. It's got a, Lancome tend to fragrance all of their moisturizers and their foundations. And because Maybelline is owned by the same mother company as Lancome, it's they're employing the same perfuming techniques, and it's that horrible sort of really sickly sweet sort of smell, which I just don't like at all. I just wish that these companies wouldn't wouldn't perfume stuff. So on the skin, it does glide on, guys. It glides on really, really nicely, and it dries quite quickly. So I'd say it's not quite dry yet, and I've only just put it on, but I would say dry time. Should we just give it a few minutes and see if it dries down even more? Hopefully it may even oxidize. Don't know. No, it just stinks, guys. I'm so sorry. I can't even bear the smell of it. Just put my glasses on. We have a little inspection. Yeah, no, it is quite a nice foundation. And what I might do is go into Sainsbury's, because on Thursdays I take my mum shopping. We've been doing that ever since COVID, and we haven't missed a single Thursday. So that's something like nearly 170 Thursdays, I think, something like that. I'm not very good at maths, but so because Aldi's is opposite Sainsbury's in Ely, I'll might just nip across, and because I knew that the shade Fawn in the Dream Matte Mousse was perfect for my skin tone, I might even be able to. They might even sell Fawn in this Radiant Liquid, the Dream Radiant Liquid. Again, don't know, but so that's one layer of that on, guys. What do you think? It is a really, really nice foundation, guys, if it wasn't for the smell. And I'm not going to keep saying that, guys, because I know how repetition can be really bothersome. But again, the colour's way off, beautiful ones. But no, it still hasn't dried on the skin. And I just wonder whether it has got... Oh, of course, it's a hydrating foundation, isn't it? I've only just remembered that. So sorry, guys. Oh, I am silly, aren't I? So it's not going to dry to a powdery sort of finish because it's actually meant for dry skin. Right, and I have oily to combination skin. In the summer, my skin tends to be a little bit more oily. Wintertime, normal. And I don't prime my skin either, guys, in everyday life or even for the... or either for these reviews. But no, it certainly makes the skin look, flawless, doesn't it? Can you see here the glow it's giving? So it definitely lives up to that, to the radiant claims, if that makes sense. Yeah, very nice. I'm not going to say it, but it stinks basically, and it makes your skin feel really, really smooth and soft and supple and moist, I guess, is as good as word as any, isn't it? Just get that off my old eyebrows. I imagine it's possibly got packed full of silicones because, every foundation under the sun these days seems to have silicones in. But, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this so far. And again, it was only £10, but because it was in the bargain cage. Excuse my foot, I hope I don't knock you ones out of the way. Because it was in the bargain cage, beautiful ones. There was only 3 or 4, and many of the shades in there were like dark chocolate brown. And these two were the only lightest ones which I could see in there. Sorry, my throat's really dry today. Yeah, so these were the only 2 ones which were in Sainsbury's, in the bargain bucket cage thing. However, beautiful ones, I do know that Maybelline still sells this because I saw it on the Maybelline shelf yesterday, because I had a feeling that these 2 colours would be way off. So I thought, well, in case I start to really, really like this foundation, I ought to, establish whether they do have, whether they still sell it or not, so I can go back and possibly try and obtain or locate the shade Fawn. And again, I'll do that later on today. I may even do a separate video on it, but I wanted to get this one filmed for you beautiful ones today. Yeah, no, it certainly makes the skin feel quite plump, if that makes sense. And that's what this foundation's designed to do. It's hydrating foundation. And what did it say on the back? Visibly improves skin. That again, it's got hyaluronic acid in, but to be honest with you guys, hyaluronic acid, all it will do is it will just moisturize the top layers of your skin. That's all it will do. It can't, it won't fill wrinkles in from below. It won't help to stimulate collagen. What you need to do there is to find something which will actively stimulate the intrinsic or endogenous hyaluronic acid levels in your skin. So something like N-acetylglucosamine or enzymes could do that too. And whilst I'm on the subject of unnecessary ingredients, this has got collagen in it. And using collagen on skin is like trying to force a brick through a sieve or a colander. The molecules are way, way, way too big to penetrate the top layers of the skin. It just won't work, guys. So there's quite a few moisturizers at the moment which use marine collagen or this or that. They just don't work, guys, as I said, because the molecules of collagen are way too big to penetrate into any layers of the skin. So again, you have to... Sorry, Michaela's just released another video. How does that girl work to... how does she even produce so many videos? I'm gobsmacked every time. I do like Michaela though, because she I watched one of her videos the other day and she was crying because she bought a new house, which I didn't really think was a reason to cry, but that's just me, guys. I do like Michaela though, she's great. Yeah, no, so I was saying about collagen, wasn't I? So, and there are so many moisturizers out there today which claim to do this or to do that, but they may as well just have, they may as well contain dust, guys, for all the good it could do to your skin. So again, what you need is something which is going to help to stimulate the natural collagen in the skin, so vitamin C, some peptides, retinols, stuff like that. Although I tend to avoid retinols and we just don't get on, we don't mesh very well. So, right, yeah, no, this foundation, again, it does feel really, really nice on the skin. It's giving my skin a glow here and here and here. And the colour is oxidizing slightly, guys, so we might be able to get away with this, but I don't think so somehow. This is how I look in the winter, beautiful ones. And obviously in the summer, your skin tone goes down by 3 or 4 shades, but take spectacles off and let's have a closer look, beautiful ones. Oh, I'm pretty impressed so far. Again, the scent is just so off-putting. I couldn't use this, not on a daily basis. No, it would make me feel really, really sick. And I think, you know, when you apply your foundation in the morning, it should be a pleasurable experience, shouldn't it? Not a nauseating one, which this one's rapidly turning into. Right, what I'll do is I'll go and take some photos, and then when I come back, I'll rinse this layer off, and then we'll try with a foundation brush, and then we'll go in with maybe a wet foundation brush, and then beauty. We'll just play around with it, shall we? Why not? I'm gonna go and get myself a cup of tea as well. Right, guys. So here are some photos. Now this one is me looking straight out of the window, so a face-on shot, and as you can see, the colour's way too pale, isn't it? It's a lovely formulation, though. I must give them that. This one's me looking to the right. It does feel really hydrating on the skin too, so that's 2 claims lived up to. So the radiant and one to the left, the radiant and the hydration. You know, here's one from above, and finally here's one in flash photography, guys. And I don't think it gives that much flashback really. Again, I suppose you would have to smooth that. Again, I suppose you'd have to see it from a distance or use a proper professional camera to get a full-on flashback. I don't know. I don't have a professional camera. Again, beautiful ones. It is quite a nice foundation, I would say. It's just the smell which is bothering me, and the fact that the shade is way off. If Maybelline could or had have just made a fragrance-free version, that would be perfect. This is ideal for dry skin. It's a really hydrating formula, like really hydrating. And because dry skin, just put that over there. Because dry skin can tend towards flaking and look quite dull, you want a foundation which would be very radiant, you know, and hydrating too. So that's, as I said, just, you know, two of the claims lived up to. What I'll go and do now, guys, is I'll go and wash this layer off, and is I got a mark on my glasses? No. When I come back, we'll try with a foundation brush, shall we? Let's do that. Right, beautiful ones. I'm back from the bath and that layer of makeup removed. So again, let's go in with the Fair Beige. That was what it was called, wasn't it? And I'll just apply 1.5 pumps again to the back of my hand. Just put the lid on him, because otherwise you know, I won't say it again, because I do say that a lot. That will go everywhere. So, and what I'll do is I'll have to just, and I might just load this all onto my brush. Again, both sides of the brush. And when I said both sides, because this is a double-ended brush, you've got a concealer and you've got your I mean both sides of the foundation brush, not the concealing end isn't involved today at all. Sorry, that fly is really part of my life now, guys. I think we're going to be together forever. It's going to be a beautiful relationship, guys. Beautiful. Right, just work that one into the choppies. Who'd have thought a fly could, you know, make you cough weeks afterwards? And as I said, I think it's actually in my lungs now, because I didn't swallow. I actually breathed the bloody thing in. I realised that a few weeks afterwards, guys, but that's not for now, is it? Anyway, how are you all? Are you okay? I hope so, beautiful ones. I do like spending time with you all. So, guys, this is one layer applied with the fact that this was slightly damp as well. It wasn't bone dry, so that may be why it's it looks a little bit more glowy or a little bit more radiant than normal. But and can you see round? Let me just get that in the light. I come way back here. The board will collapse on me and I'll end up flattened, but it is a really, and I'm going to go out and definitely try and locate the fawn one, because, you know, and I have a feeling that once we soak the old beauty blender, this could be sheared right down or made to look ultra natural. But it's given my skin like a really nice sheen, hasn't it, guys? What do you think? I won't say that too much today, because I know how annoying I can be sometimes. I annoy myself most of the time, beautiful ones. I do, honestly. But can you see that there? That's sort of, it's luminous, isn't it? That it is living up to its claims of being luminous on the skin. Oh, wow, it does feel really hydrating. As for its claim of visibly improving skin tone, I'm not, I don't go with that, guys, at all. Do you know what I mean? You'd have to use something with loads of, you know, collagen boosting ingredients in, and hyaluronic acid boosting ingredients in which this foundation hasn't got. It's only got hyaluronic acid and collagen proper. So you would need something which, you know, could stimulate both of those as opposed to just floating around in the formula. It's not doing any good on the skin, guys. And I doubt in fact, I know it wouldn't improve, you know, visibly improve skin condition. Again, they're just making these wild claims without backing it up with any form of, you know, proof or... I thought that might have been mum and dad, but I don't think it is. No, it's not. It's my neighbour. Sorry, I'm being... God, I'm so nosy, aren't I? Oh, well, you've got to just try and work it into the old schnufter. So, guys, that's one layer on with sort of damp, as I said, damp foundation brush. And that's been on for maybe 3 or 4 minutes now. Hopefully it may oxidize, but again, I'm going to go out and see if I can find the old fawn. It's a horrible day today in England, really, really miserable again. We're all praying for some sun to, you know, this week at some point, or even a nice weekend would be quite nice at some point, wouldn't it? Asking way too much, though, for England. Yeah, no, you can definitely see it's, and it does feel really, really, not greasy, just moist on the skin, I suppose. Yeah, no, again, it's just a scent. That's my one issue with this formulation. It just stinks to high heaven. And of course, if you're quite happy to have these foundations which are heavily scented, then this might be the one for you, beautiful ones. It's not for me though, guys. Definitely not, because it's making me feel physically nauseated. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very radiant, or but it doesn't look unnatural. Do you know what I mean? In the light, obviously, it just looks like I look like a ghost or something from the living dead or something like that. But that's only the shade. That can be fixed or remedied, can't it? It's just, again, it's just a scent. This scent is just making me physically sick. So here are some more photos, guys. This one is straight on. Can you see how pale it is, guys? You can see that, can't you? And I can see it up here in my temples where I've missed the, you know, oh, should I just blend that in just up there, just a little bit? Make it a little bit more uniform, shall we? I'll have to wash this up. I can't go out looking like this, just like ridiculous. Sorry, this one's to the right. This one's to the left. Again from above. And finally, beautiful ones, flash photography. And I have noticed this foundation, it does give a little bit of flashback because it must have some kind of a fixing agent or something, an opacity giving agent in it, which I'm waffling, aren't I? Yes, I am. So, right. But I am really, really, really liking this area of my forehead. It's just made it look really, really smooth and even and natural. And the finish or the coverage of this foundation, it is pretty sheer as well, guys. Again, it's just the color match. I keep going on and on and on about that, don't I? But this, what was it called? Golden beige. It would be ideal if you're warm skin toned, guys. And I've got a cool skin tone, all pink undertones. This is a yellow based foundation. I need a blue red foundation. This is a yellow orange or a yellow, yeah, no, a yellow orange foundation. And this one, this one's just white, basically. No, it's not, guys. I'm kidding. This one is possibly, again, quite a yellowy sort of foundation, but quite a lot of white mixed in with there because it's just, you know, it's just made me look so pale, guys. I look like a geisha girl, don't I? I do, like something from what's that? That Japanese opera, the Mikado, is it? Yeah, the Mikado. 3 little maids from school are we. I'm not a maid and I'm not at school, so, you know, waffling again. But on the other hand, though, guys, I'm really, really, really enjoying the finish of this fat. It just does look, it makes your skin look really, really, really nice. You know, natural yet not perfect, because nothing can make skin look perfect, but certainly better than it did. Again, colour match. And what I'll have to do is, because mum and dad will be here in about half an hour, I'll film the rest of this today and I'll see if I can locate the exact, which I should have done really in the first place, shouldn't I? But, you know, I've got an eye for a bargain, and I thought on some level I could make these two work. Wishful thinking, wasn't it, beautiful ones? Yeah, wishful thinking. Okay, well, I'll go into all of that now, and it'll probably be this afternoon, but in time it'll probably be around a second or something. But in reality, it's probably been like 5 hours. But right, okay, I'll go and do that, and I'll go and wash this off too, because there's no way I can go out looking like this. It's ridiculous. All right, guys, see you soon. Right, beautiful ones, I'm back. Mum and dad have vacated Ely. They're on the way home now. Shopping is in fridge, and I'm in my chair ready to continue with the review. Now, when I was in town, guys, I went into Superdrug, yeah, and because I knew that they have quite a big Maybelline counter there, or gonna start down that one again. What is it called, guys? What do you call those things? I can't. It's like a bookcase, isn't it? Oh, and the only reason I'm saying that is because my bookcase is just over there, and that's all it resembles. A cabinet, I suppose, or a shelving unit. All right, then, the Maybelline shelving unit had plenty of these in there, so I now have 3 of these. I'll show you all 3. And I have fair beige, I have golden beige, both of which made me look ridiculous, and now I have light porcelain. And I tried it because Superdrug also have a good range of testers, and I better put my glasses on. And oh wow, they're really murky, and I better go and clean them in a minute. Really, are you there, guys? Do you know what I mean? Really foggy. And I tried it on the back of my hand. I know I've told you guys not to do that, but I can tell, do you know what I mean, whether a foundation is going to suit my face from the back of my hand. And it does take a little while to get for you to be able to do that. But saying that, I'm going to probably slap this on my old chops, and it's going to make me look, again, ridiculous. But this is in colour light porcelain. And it is, they didn't have fawn. I don't think they do fawn in the old Dream Radiant Liquid. However, so what I'll do, guys, is I won't do the whole thing again. I won't slap it on my face again out of the bottle or the foundation brush. I'll just go in with the Beauty Blender with, or do you want me to try this one on out of the bottle? Why not? We could try that, couldn't we? So, and this one is brand new, as I say. It's got the security protected label on it, and it comes shrink wrapped as well, guys, with the, you know, the label on, and it's got one of those tear down. Can you see that? Just that's like a perforated. Oh, bloody hell! Oh, right, okay, yeah. And this was actually £9.99, and I suddenly panicked, and I thought, why did I spend £10 on the other 2 from the bargain bucket or the bargain cages in Sainsbury's? And this one only cost £9.99 from Superdrug. And I actually thought I couldn't remember whether I'd actually got this from Sainsbury's or Superdrug for a minute or 2 back there. And I started to get a bit annoyed. Do you know what I mean? Thinking, why on earth did I pay £10 for the one out of the bargain cabinet or the bargain cage when on the shelf it's £9.99? Does that make sense? I don't know. Just my mind scrambled, guys. Just no, it's not really. It's not. It's so not. So yeah, I'll have to take that old security sticker off. Oh, bloody, it's like getting into Fort Knox. It really is ridiculous. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, no, it's just not coming off, guys. And this is going to leave it really sticky. No, look at that. Typical, isn't it? Typical me. That always happens to me, guys. I'll be back in a minute. I'll have to try and get this off and maybe go and scrub it too. You beautiful ones know how I don't like sticky messes on my cosmetics, don't you? Now, look at that. Can you see that? That is literally a living nightmare to me. That is worse than anything that could possibly happen, which is detrimental to my mental and physical well-being, guys. And to top it all, look at this. It's just not secure. And that's another thing which is going to bother me. And I'm just so funny about. Sorry, guys. Right, so again, take the old lid off. And this time the pump should take a bit of pumping because this is brand new, guys. And again, I'll put some on the back of my hand. Ah, that's it. Can you see? Ah, right. So there's about 2 pumps there, guys. Put that over there. Can you see that? That's there. And can you see the colour now looks a lot more matching to, obviously nowhere near my old chops again, but certainly the back of my hand. And it's way too pale, isn't it, guys? But I don't know. I'm not going out again today. I can't be asked. Can't be bothered to go out all the way to the shops because they had another colour in Sainsbury's, because I actually went to Sainsbury's with Mum and Dad as well as Superdrug, and I nearly picked up a and oh god, it's that horrible. Oh, I've just forgotten about the smell. Oh no, why did I forget about the smell? Oh, it just stinks, guys. It's the most awful smelling foundation I have ever smelled. It nauseates me. Do you know what I mean? It makes me physically want to hell. Right. Let's just get some on the old chop, shall we? And this time I'll just, go straight out of the bottle. So, sorry, shall I show you that? And can you see it has got a nice sheen to it, guys? And I liked the look of the fair beige one earlier. I mean, we didn't even try golden beige, did we? Because it was too orange for my chops. But I thought that the look of the foundation on the skin looked really, really nice. Do you know what I mean? Right. Okay. Without any further waffle, I'll put another pump and a half on that lot already, because there's already 2 pumps on the back of my hand, but that was only to demonstrate the colour to you guys. So now then, we've got that much. I'll just put the lid on that one, because I am particularly anal about foundations, especially ones I've just bought. After a few weeks, then it doesn't become quite so important to keep them so pristine. Do you know what I mean? Especially if I'd bought a premium foundation, I tell you guys, no one else would even be able to look at it, let alone come anywhere near it. Do you know what I mean? Let alone touch it. God no. Right, so I've got that much on my finger, and I'll apply that to my forehead, cheek, and the old schnufter. And again, finger blend it in is a really, really sheer formulation, guys, too. Really lovely. I'm just going to hold my breath, guys, while I blend this in, because it absolutely reeks. The lighting's gone really funny today, guys. I'm so sorry. The sun suddenly decided to come out, and the sun tends to sap the studio light, just makes it a lot weaker. But right, okay, how does that look on my old choppies? We're getting there, aren't we, guys? Are we getting? Should I try and bring you a little bit closer? I'll have to make this work somehow, guys. I'm not happy with the lighting situation. Back in a minute. What I've done, beautiful, is I've just dropped my curtain down behind the window. It's not blocking the window entirely. It just adds, you know, just a little bit of darkness into the room, so the studio light can fully beam on me where it should be beaming on me. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm the star of the... No, I'm joking. I'm so not the star of the show. If anyone's a star of the show, it's you beautiful ones out there. Do you know what I mean? All my gorgeous subscribers. So again, you can see it has clung to the old eyebrows. That colour match is pretty good, isn't it, guys? Can you see it's gathering in my... It's because I slapped it on in a bit of a rush. We're getting there definitely, though, guys, aren't we? Can you see the sheen it gives the skin around here? And it is a really, really nice foundation, apart from the stench. Oh, it just stings, guys. I hate the smell of it. I hate it. Loathe and detest the smell of this. Oh no, it's everywhere as well now. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got it everywhere, and I can smell it in my pores now. Does that make sense? Let's have a little look. Yeah, no, it is a really, really natural looking, radiant. I love the finish of it. It's just such a nice finish on the skin. And again, my skin feels firm and plumped. As I said before, the collagen and the hyaluronic acid in the formulation are just there for dress. So for label dressing, that's what it's called, isn't it? I've done a whole video on that if any of you fancy. It's rubbish though. I mean, again, I look like a rabbit in a startled rabbit in headlights. But yeah, no, I am very, very pleased with this. Perhaps if I put a peg on my nose every time I apply this foundation, leave peg there until foundation smell has worn off or scent has worn off, then remove peg from snufter. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways. And because the funny thing with the foundations are that it smells to me like a masking scent. Do you know what I mean? One of those quite powerful, potent scents you use to something which you use to cover which something. Sorry, let me start that again. A masking scent is something you use to cover something which smells bad, to try and make it smell a little bit more acceptable. Although I don't think there's anything in that foundation which could possibly smell that rotten. Do you know what I mean? To make it smell so nauseatingly awful. But no, it's a very, very nice finish though, guys. Really, really lovely. And for £9.99, again, it just looks like a really, really, really expensive foundation. And we've got a pump and a half on. And as I've said before many, many times, I would never, ever, ever in a million years go out with, you know, a pump and a half, because that's like approaching Quentin Crisp territory, isn't it, guys? And I'm so not Quentin Crisp. What do you think? It's very, very, very natural looking as well, and that's exactly what I love. Do you know what I mean? And it does make your skin feel really, really nice and soft, and as I say, plump. What I'll do, guys, is I'll go and rinse this layer off, and when I come back, should we try with the Soaked Beauty Blender? Let's do that, because we might be able to share. Oh, I ought to go and take some photos as well, oughtn't I? I'll go and do that, and then I'll go and rinse this off, and then I'll come back and we'll apply with the old Beauty Blender. Let's do that. Right, beautiful ones, back from the bathroom. Now, I want to just do the photos first because, you know, even though I have just washed that layer off, this one is me staring, looking straight out of the window on into natural daylight, and suddenly the light's gone really, really weird in England. So, as I say, it's sapping my studio lights, but can you see the colour match is a little bit better? In fact, it's loads better. I just checked in the bathroom and it just looks, it looks much, much better. This one's me looking to the right. Here's me looking to the left. Here's one with me holding the camera above my head. And finally, flash photography. Okay, right, yeah, and this is definitely a silicone formulation. And what I do with to check whether something's silicone based or not is I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, rub it in, and then put your hand under a running tap. And if the water pools up on the back of your hand or runs off, like almost like a waterproof sort of affair, then you know it's silicone based or a fixing agent based. It's not water based or oil based. Rather than having me waffling on and on and on, shall I go in with the old beauty blender? Let's do that. Right, beautiful ones. So again, let's go in with how many pumps? 1 or 2 or 1.5, or, you know, shall I put 2? Why not? Hey, this stuff isn't hardly expensive, is it? Even if it was expensive, I'd still slap loads all over my old chops. Right, put the lid on that one, pop him over there. Can you see that? Just there on the back of my arm. I'm not doing the rubber arm jokes anymore now. I've got a bit bored of that now. So can you see that soaking wet and my beauty blender? Well, not soaking wet. I mean, I've wrung quite a bit of water out of it. But and the rationale behind establishing whether your foundation is silicone-based, oil-based, or water-based is the fact that that it helps you choose the. I need to put my brush over here. Sorry, guys. It helps you to decide what sort of primer to use. I don't use primers, but if you're going to use a primer, try to match them to the same composition as your foundation, and preferably moisturizer too. Otherwise, the lot just don't rub along very well together. Does that make sense? Hope so. Right. So again, I'll get all of that on. It looks an odd shape, doesn't it? It's because it's wet and it hasn't. It's a bit myxomatosis, doesn't it? Can you see that? Oh dear. Right. So it's all on there. Can you see that? And there's 2 pumps there, guys. I'll just start blending it into my old choppies. Let's come over here. A bit of a shadow there, isn't there, guys? I desperately need to get myself a studio, guys. I really am. And I think once I've, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. It's been one of those days, do you know what I mean? A morning spent with my mother and father. Oh, dear God. I love them both very, very much. Of course, they're my mum and dad, do you know what I mean? But they do not. Oh, they're hard work. They really, really are, bless them. Right. So that's one layer of him on now with soaked beauty. And it didn't, do you remember yesterday when I tried the collection Lasting Perfection? It was really, really, really hard. And it was hard to blend into the skin after a few minutes. And the water was resisting the fixing agents, and they just weren't rubbing along very well together, guys. But this is, I think this is a pure silicone formula. The Lasting Perfection had something else in it as well as silicones, but I think this, again, we can always check when we look at the website. I think this could just be a pure silicone foundation. Yeah, we're definitely getting there. We're getting close to where I want to be, which is basically undetectable on the skin. And can you see there? It's still giving me that that sheen. Can you see that, guys? Yeah, I can see that too. Let's just put a little bit more on, guys. Why not? And again, I don't even know what sort of coverage foundation this one is. I don't know how many shades it comes in. I don't know anything about it other than the fact it's sold by oh dear God, there goes the beauty sponge. So clumsy. Other than the fact it's sold by Maybelline and it's called Dream Satin something or other. Right, that should just put that in there. Let's have a little look at that, shall we, guys? Right, beautiful ones. That's a one layer on with using the soaked beauty sponge, or any sort of sponge would do. It doesn't have to be a beauty sponge, really. Do you know what I mean? Any cosmetic sponge would do. Even a natural sponge. You know, you probably get a bit more of a mottled finish with a natural sponge, but because the the beauty blenders are quite dense in their nature, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, no, that looks amazing there, doesn't it, guys? And there. If I just turn my head in slow motion. What am I doing, guys? Again, I've had way too much tea. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I just want you to try and I'm trying to get the light to catch on the old the old sheen giving agents, which I don't know what they are, guys. We'll have to look at the ingredients. But that's pretty impressive, isn't it, beautiful ones? What do you think? Do let me know in the comments, please, and whether you've tried this foundation, whether you are a convert to. Better find out what it's called. Do let me know in the comments, guys, whether you're going to try this foundation, whether you already are a convert of Dream Radiant Liquid or, any of the other Dream line. Did you try the Dream Matte Mousse? Because I certainly did in the old noughties. But, yeah, no, so we finally got there with a colour match, didn't we? And, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And I don't know whether I'd be able to wear it out or not, because... going by the bathroom, straight out of the pump, it did look really, really, really good, and it didn't look obvious at all. And by soaking the beauty blender, we've just we've shared it down even more, and we've changed the composition. How many times do I say that, guys? Right. Should we have a look at the website? Why not? Do you know, guys, I can tell when a foundation suits is matching my skin tone or not, just by seeing whether it matches in the studio light or not. And this is a pretty phenomenal match, guys. It really, really is. There's no yellow cast to it at all. There's no oranginess anymore. Do you know what I mean? The golden beige would have just looked hideous on me, and the fair beige was way, way, way too pale, wasn't it? But no, that. Yeah, I am quite pleased with this one. Again, if it didn't stink to high heaven. So here we have the Maybelline, and there is a .co.uk store. Of course there is. There always was. But and I'll put these here so you don't have to refer to me waffling or stuttering, because I do tend to stutter when I read quite severely. Again, badly bullied at school. Why am I blaming being? But no, I'm not. Right. So Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. Let's try it on. So how many shades are there? 2, 4, 6, 8. About 17 shades, I'd say, guys. And we have, the first one's True Ivory. No, sorry, the first one is Natural Ivory, True Ivory, Light Porcelain. So ours is the third shade in. So, and I'd say that, yeah, my skin's about 3 shades down from ultra pale. I don't know what that means, guys. But, right. So, beautiful ones. I'll move on and I'll read the description out now, if that's okay. Get ready with the glowy skin you've always wanted with our Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. Experience medium, that's good, medium radiant coverage your skin will never want to take off. So I agree with, no, I don't know about it being medium. I mean, I suppose it could have been straight out of the bottle, but we went in and sheared it down with the water and the soap beauty blender, didn't we? So, I don't know, do you guys reckon it was medium coverage or not straight out of the bottle, considering we used a pump and a half? I guess that, yeah, I suppose with the fair beige, it did look, yeah, I suppose, yeah, okay, fair enough. This lightweight foundation formulated with hyaluronic acid and collagen. Don't say anything, guys. Formulated with hyaluronic acid and collagen, moisturizes skin and gives a natural look. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Very, very natural. In fact, really, really natural. Wow, that is amazing. It is, honestly. I'm not joking, guys. It's an awesome foundation, apart from the smell. Delivering up to 12 hours of hydration, this new formula comes in 20 different shades and provides smooth and even-looking skin. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Would you? Definitely. Previously called Dream Satin Liquid. So what's it called now? Dream Radiant. Okay, right. So previously called Dream Satin Liquid, this foundation is still your favorite foundation, but with added skincare benefits that don't actually work. What's not to like? Your shade will remain the same as you previously bought in the Dream. So basically, they're just saying that they've changed the formula. But, if you found your shade in the old one, it will be exactly the same in the new one. Should we move on to benefits? Why not? Delivers up to 12 hours of hydration. Let's have another feel. It feels like it could last all day. Again, I'll do a separate wear test if you want me to. Just let me know in the comments, and that'll be my pleasure to do a wear test, guys. Due to the benefits of the hyaluronic acid and collagen, which moisturize and plump the skin. No, again, it's just sitting on this. It's basically like cement on a plastic sheet. It just can't. So there's no plumping which would go on at all. I think there might have to be some glycerin or something in this formula, which is providing the moisturization. It's certainly not collagen, guys. This formula has medium coverage, but a lightweight feel, perfect for anyone who is after the no makeup look or wants more natural makeup. Was previously named Dream Satin Liquid. Still, yeah, you've said all of that. So how to apply? Right. Should we move on to how to apply? Let's do that. So how to apply Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation for perfect radiant skin. Step 1, apply liquid foundation to the cheeks, nose, chin and forehead. Okay. Step 2, blend outwards towards ears in circles with fingers or a foundation brush. We did that, didn't we? We did both of those, guys. Once blended, apply more product to any areas which require more coverage. So, yeah. Okay, and then they give you a makeup hack. So should we go on to the ingredients and have a look? Wow. So the second ingredient in cyclopentasilicone, that's a silicone. And then you've got water, and then something I can't pronounce, and then isododecane, and then, so I can pronounce it, just, you know. And then you've got dimethicone, and so I can already see 3, 4, 5 silicones in this, and there's only, how many ingredients? Oh, there's quite a few, probably about 20 or 30 ingredients, but you know, to have how many? To have five silicones in just in a foundation is a lot. I mean, in the Lanacane gel, there's 5 silicones, 5 or 6 silicones, blend of silicones in there, and that's designed to help to stop thighs rubbing together and, you know, getting chaffing and so on. Hence its name, anti-chaffing gel, FYI. But yeah, no, so and that's why we're able to, you know, get this really, really natural result from the foundation. But I thought it looked pretty good on the skin out of the bottle. What did you guys think? Again, beautiful ones, can you see how important it is to try and get your color match spot on? What I'll do is I might try and find take a screenshot of me now sat here, and I might try and take one of me earlier with the fair beige on in here, put it here, so you can compare them side to side and, you know, just see what a big difference they are. But I just think this one has now disappeared into my skin, hasn't it? Just enough coverage to refine texture and to cover blotches and, you know, but not too much coverage so that it looks fake or unnatural. This one, the fair beige, way too pale. The golden beige, again, way too orange or too strongly yellow toned or warm toned for my skin. But the old light porcelain, spot on. I think it's closer to what my skin looks like in the winter. I might need to have to go back down to Sainsbury's and spend another. It's not the money, guys. You know, I've said before, I don't care about money. You can't spend it when you're dead, so you may as well enjoy it, right? It's just the walk down to Sainsbury's. I don't, because it's down a huge, great big hill, and I have to come back up the hill, and yeah. So that's my issue. They're not yours, right? Sorry. Right. So yeah, no. Again, rotating my head like a nodding dog in the back of a car. What am I doing, guys? I'm just going mad slowly. Slowly or quite quickly, don't know. So beautiful ones, in today's tutorial we have learned that the Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation by Maybelline New York is really nice. It does look lovely out of the bottle, straight onto the skin. It also looks nice with a foundation brush, a slightly damp foundation brush, granted, but and it looks even better with a soaked beauty blender. Again, choose your colour carefully. It's very moisturising on the skin. It's drying down a little bit more now. It's absorbing into my skin, if that makes sense. However, it still feels really hydrated, and my skin does feel a little bit plumper, making this foundation an ideal candidate for dry skin, guys. It would be wonderful. And I've got oily combination skin, so it's not a candidate for me, unfortunately. Am I going to pass it? No, I'm certainly not passing this foundation because it makes me feel physically sick. The smell of it just makes me want to hurl all the time. It just, oh dear God. And if I had a slight headache or anything, that would really get to me. Do you know what I mean? again, if if you can cope with the heavy scents of foundations, this would be ideal for you guys. It's £10, around 15-16 US dollars. So, not to be sniffed at, guys, but it's just such a shame that they have really heavily perfumed this foundation. It's such a shame, guys. Right. Sadly, beautiful ones, it's time for me to say goodbye. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up. I said thumbs, not thems, for a change. Well done. Also, do consider subscribing so you're kept abreast every time I release new videos. And all that remains is for me to wish you guys a beautiful Thursday. And and please do let me know whether you want me to, release the 80 questions. Sorry, I called it 80 tricky questions and 80 honest answers. And they are really honest as well. And the questions are pretty tricky, honestly, on occasion. So if you want to see that, let me know. All right, guys, have a wonderful Thursday. Take care.